Hi, folks. I was just thinking. I was just playing some music on YouTube on yeah the my mix. Some beautiful songs from the 80s and yeah, phenomenal, absolutely amazing, beautiful, beautiful songs. Um, anyway, I was just thinking one of them was "It Doesn't Have to Be This Way" by the Blue Monkeys, and again in that song, there's a bit in the middle where you have the trumpets, and it's such a summer thing. So beautiful, the memory I have of that. Because it it was perfect for that time. And but actually, listen to that, I was thinking, what a great song that would be for church. It doesn't have to be this way. Because that's the point, it doesn't. You don't have to be led by fear. You can be led by God. You can have God being your God as he was to Israel. Yeah. You can have a relationship with the Father of heaven and earth. But then, I suddenly understood something. That recently, yes, I've been struggling a lot. A great deal. Because, yeah. It's the waiting. The waiting. The constantly believing in, that things are going to happen and etc, etc, etc. Yeah, all of that is, yeah. It's a pain in the butt, the waiting. The waiting is difficult, to say the least. Yeah. And so, therefore, recently, I've looked at things that were helping to distract me. Like playing computer games I used to play years ago. Playing them again because I know they take up time, therefore they are a distraction. That's what they are. Recently, I've not been doing as many videos because, again, the videos were talking about things that mattered. And it's very difficult talking about things that mattered when you can't do anything about it, when you can't do anything to change it. When that song was on, it doesn't have to be this way. At the end of it, a thought just came to me that my life would completely change. If I did a service, if God wanted me to do a Sunday morning service, if there was going to be another service, whether that evening or the next week, my relationship with God would go on to the next level, because it would have to. It would have to. Because as soon as you've done the first service and you know you're going to do another one, and maybe another one after that, and maybe another one after that, you know you now have a responsibility to those people. You know that you're going to want to help those people to have that relationship with God that is possible, but you need God's help to do that. You need to focus on God more than you ever have done, because you need to receive from God. You need to know that when you're standing there on Sunday, or whenever it is you're going to be bringing the next service, you want, well, not just you want, it has to be God bringing what is needed for those people. And it will be. It will be. But that's the point. It has to be me understanding, always understanding. It's It's not my job to control. It's not my job to understand. If God wants me to talk about a certain subject, I don't know what the people in that church need. God does. I don't know where those people are. God does. I don't know if there's someone in that church who's asked God a question about a certain subject that now I'm talking about without knowing that that person asked that. I have no blinking idea. But I don't need to know. I need to trust the one who does. And I need to be led and guided by him. And so therefore, me spending time with God, my relationship with God going to the next level is not about God teaching me far better. Purely about me understanding the basics as a son and being more rooted in them. It's not about me. It's not about my understanding. It's not about my knowledge. It's not about my wisdom. It's not about me having a plan of this week I'm doing this, next week I'm doing that, the week after I'm doing that. I never want to have anything like that. If God has a plan that he wants to do this week and this next week and this the week after, great. I just need to be in line with that. I can't try to bring anything. That's going to be the hardest thing. And that's the thing that I will need to be focusing on after the first service. Because I know that that's when fear may start to try to come in. That's when the devil's going to come with fear. This church has been led by fear. The devil wants it to continue to be led by fear. And that's why I'm going to say no. If it's about me bringing something and bringing the right thing for these people, of course there's going to be fear, because I can't do that. I can't plan something. I can't know what to bring that's going to have an impact. I've no blinking idea as to what needs to be brought to have an impact. God does. I just need to be trusted in him. And also, if he wants me to make mistakes, okay, that's fine. Because again, if I make mistakes, that's fine. God's going to use those mistakes to show up in me and show up in others things that need to be dealt with. Great. That's brilliant. Yeah, let's learn from those things. But again, take fear completely out of the equation. Now, of course, that's not an easy thing to do. That's why after the first service, all those things that I was using as distractions get put in the bin. All those things that I use to focus on God, they all come out and get used 10 times more than I ever had before. And it's going to be interesting and beautiful. So there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Be a blessing. Be blessed. Bye bye.